What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for another search engine optimization tip video. In today's tip video, I'll be walking through infinite scroll versus pagination and which is best for SEO. So in a nutshell, infinite scrolling is when users will visit a page, and as they scroll further down on the page, more content will load in the frame of their browser. So, as a quick example, I'll just pulled up this example from Scroll Magic of what infinite scrolling looks like. So if you scroll down, you'll see that loading portion of the browser as it loads more colors. So the further I scroll, the more loads in the viewport for the user. And pagination, in contrast, is when you have content that's predetermined for the page. And once you hit that certain point, it requires users to click onto the second, third, or next page that's listed as part of that pagination series. So, from a user experience standpoint, infinite scrolling is a lot more popular nowadays, especially with the migration to mobile, with more people using their cell phones compared to desktop. It's a very natural thing to do on your phone because you're kind of just scrolling down on the screen in comparison to pagination. But infinite scrolling has a lot of issues as far as integration and what is best practice for SEO, mainly because search engine crawlers are unable to mimic what a user might do on the page. So if I were to reload this really quick, if a crawler is indexing or going through this page, they would only see what's loaded above the fold. And so as you scroll down, it isn't able to, again, mimic that user experience to load anything below that predestined viewport. So this causes a big problem because only a portion of your content on the page is being discovered by a search engine crawler. And so this page will not rank nearly as effectively compared to that of pagination. And this is especially problematic on larger e-commerce style websites with hundreds of thousands of web pages, because Google wouldn't be able to discover those hundreds of thousands of listings if infinite scrolling was integrated compared to that of pagination, where the search engine crawler can click through or see the HTML tag for the next page in the series. And this allows it to get a full view of basically all the pages that are on your website, so it can effectively crawl, discover, and index those pages. So while infinite scrolling is definitely a best practice from a user experience standpoint, from an SEO standpoint, it's very lacking and can significantly harm your keyword rankings because Google is only able to see a small portion of your website compared to that of pagination. So my recommendation, if this is a question that you have in mind, is to just stick with pagination from a purely SEO perspective, or to potentially try to work out a combination of infinite scrolling while still having a pagination series in place to allow Google to discover and crawl your pages in the next part of that sequence. So hopefully you found this tip video to be helpful. If you did, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next search engine optimization tip video.